Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go, the same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Beautiful baby, you're sweeter than strawberry pie. Just like the morning, your smile brings the sunshine.
The Parkview Family Birthing Centers, with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but broken up by Scott. He shoots, hit, scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne hockey.
McClung with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in Indiana high school basketball fans. SummitCitySports.com coming to you live, game number 18 of our 18-game live SAC Holiday Tournament coverage brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Of course, Jeff Mahoney, our owner, is on the camera. Dan Vance from the News Sentinel is going to be here dropping some knowledge and some color here for you here tonight. Tim Atkinson, myself, calling your play-by-play. We've been here since Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. It has been an outstanding tournament. Sorry for the late start, but we are at it here as we're about a minute and a half away from the start of our contest. Dan, we got a good one here after the girls' championship earlier, which Southside did defeat Carroll and cut down the nets here at Wayne High School. This one, the number 1 seed, Northside Legends, and the number 3 seed, the Southside Archers, about to bang heads for the second time in a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting test here for Southside. See what they learned from that first meeting. There were a lot of things for them to learn out of that game. We're going to see exactly what Coach J.J. Foster and his team took away from it.
Yeah, because they absolutely got drubbed at home and embarrassed. Trajan Didier not pleased at all. The leader here, senior leader for us, the Southside Archers. Watch for Mikhail Stevenson. The kid has been dynamite here in the holiday tournament. This kid will straight get streaky and knock down triples one after the other. Dropped 3 or 4 in a row last night. The night before that had 4 or 5 in a row. The kid, once he gets rolling, is an absolute dynamo, scoring the ball, him and Trajan Didier. Of course, for Northside, Keon Brooks, the top 30 player in the country in the junior class. The kid is outstanding, has been offered by Kansas, Kentucky, IU, and UCLA, amongst all others. But it's not just the Keon Brooks show. They have an outstanding duo as well. I'll say trio. Brandon Johnson, Lucas Croft, and Austin Boucher. Brandon Johnson will be key tonight on the defensive side of the ball. And look out for DeMarquay Perkins. He has had a coming out party for Southside in this holiday tournament, doing all the little things for head coach J.J. Foster. But for now, let's send you down to the PA announcer for the starting lineups and our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you stand as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Beautiful Star Spangled Banner in the books. Now let's hear your starting lineups for Southside and Northside.
The visitors on the scoreboard, the Southside Archers and their starters. Number 1, Michael Stevenson. Number 3, DeMarquay Perkins. Number 12, Courtney Shorter. Number 21, Trajan Didier. And number 30, Asher Bloom. The Archers are coached by Mr. J.J. Foster. And the home team on the scoreboard, the Northside Legends and their starters. Number 0, Lucas Croft. Number 1, Brandon Johnson. Number 4, Austin Boucher. Number 11, Nate Carball. And number 12, Keon Brooks. The Legends are coached.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Starting lineups in the book. SummitCitySports.com are coming to you live. This is our final game, our championship game in this 2017 Parkview Sports Medicine SAC Holiday Basketball Tournament. As I mentioned, we have been here since 9 a.m. on Wednesday. These two squads had different paths to get here. Northside had the bye, of course, in the opening round as the number 1 seed, then destroyed Concordia 73-42, and then put it to Northside. Northside put it to Homestead, hung close, but Northside too much in the end as they move on to this championship game. For the Southside Archers, they also had a bye in that first round. They did defeat Snyder, a game Snyder team, in that second round to move on to face the number 2 seed, the Wayne Generals, and they did defeat Craig Young, Kylon Giroux, and company to move on to the final game. Dan, we are excited. We are here. It's game time. Let's get it. That is Asher Bloom and Keon Brooks Jr. And the tip will head out to the crowd.
So we're going to
and we'll redo it. This is Indiana High School basketball. We do play 4 8-minute quarters here in the state. No shot clock and a 10-minute halftime. Asher Bloom up top, man-to-man defense for Northside. That is 12 on 12. Brooks on Shorter and Didier. Wanted to start it going halfway down, rimmed out, and it comes down to Boucher. Austin Boucher, the transfer from out east, originally started his high school career here in Fort Wayne. Out of Southside, transferred to Northside, was denied eligibility immediately, so transferred out to prep school, came back, and now finishing his high school career here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, the Summit City home of SummitCitySports.com. And what do you know, Austin Boucher starts it right for the Legends.
Interesting matchup for Southside with Asher Bloom on Keon Brooks Jr. going for some size against the size.
Shorter. He could be huge tonight. Has been quiet all tournament, Dan, but that time hits it.
Northside's going to have to get a hand up. The Southside team has been shooting the ball extremely well all tournament long.
They want Keon on the block. He's guarded by Bloom, who's got good size. Transfer from Warsaw. Short, no good. Rebound, Didier. Asher Bloom, he's an outstanding player. And Shorter wanted 2 in a row. Couldn't get it. Here comes North. Lucas Croft way off on Bloom with the beautiful recovery defensively. Close out. Bloom up top. 3-2's our score. Stevenson from the parking lot. No good. Good rebound, Lucas Croft. Of course, he's your transfer from Blackhawk Christian, the 1A school here in town in Fort Wayne. Boucher, jab step. Look at that. Pretty. And just couldn't finish, but Keon is there for the bucket.
Great move by Boucher, gets the basket. Keon Brooks is going to have to be big on the boards all night long.
Which he can do. He's a double-double machine. Just needs to force his will on the game. Shorter wants his second triple. He is tremendous. Finally breaking off something for Courtney Shorter. Whoa, Lucas Croft. And one right back at ya. So Courtney Shorter on one side with the triple, his second. And then beautiful dribble drive by Lucas Croft. Spin move up and a potential three-point play for the junior.
Could be a difference. We didn't see much of Lucas Croft last night. Didn't get a lot of touches. Didn't put up a lot offensively. If he gets going and you have Boucher going and Brooks going, that's a lot of trouble.
That's why they were preseason 2 in the state. Uh-oh, back cut, beautiful Perkins, baby jumper, no good. And I like it, letting them play already. Beautiful. So 5:32, we sit 7-6, Northside on top. Just a buzz in the air here at Wayne High School. Not a whole lot of room for any more people in the stands as we are a couple minutes in. Brandon Johnson, he is your St. Francis Cougar commit. He is an outstanding player, Mr. Intangible, the X Factor, as I've called him. Brooks, back rim, no good. Rebound, Didier.
Really surprising to not see Brooks take Bloom off the dribble here.
Courtney Shorter, all 9 points. My goodness. So Shorter, 3 triples. He has 9 points. Southside has 9. Boucher can't answer. Rebound Shorter. This kid looks determined tonight. Beautiful. DeMarque, and that is a travel. Just moving a little too quick for his own good there. And the turnover will go back Northside's way. Good start to the contest here. Just as we expected, these two clubs, as I mentioned, just played a couple of weeks ago, and Northside blew out South at home. Beautiful defense from Bloom.
Great. I'm not sure why Keon's settling for these jump shots. He's so much quicker than Asher Bloom.
Stevenson, you got to come out on him. If you don't, that's exactly what he will do. You got to run multiple defenders at the talented scorer, Mikhail Stevenson. So good start for South. Led by Courtney Shorter. And what we got? We got a foul on Perkins. That'll be the second team foul on Southside. The first, make it second on Perkins, I believe. And if it is his, it is. So that's a big foul. 2 on to Markway Perkins. He's saying, Coach Foster, let me go. I'm in. I'm cool. Let's see what J.J. Foster does. Of course, yeah, he's going to go to the bench and bring out Amari Hall. Has started as Perkins gets the nod here tonight. Bloom, beautiful rebound in traffic. Shorter crossover on Carball. The kid is ready, Dan. He is ready to play.
He must have been listening and known that people were paying attention to the fact that he had been kind of MIA this tournament because he's taking it out tonight.
Been MIA almost all the beginning of the season for Southside, and coming into the season, I was really excited to see his progression, and now you're finally starting to see it with the comfort level. You know, maybe it had a lot to do with Bloom coming in, but Shorter is an absolute talent. So that is good. 13-7. 10 points now for Shorter. Swatted! Asher Bloom says, no thank you. And then Stevenson can't get it. And Boucher with the board. Asher Bloom. Keon, hesitation dribble. Beautiful defense. Look at Bloom. Asher Bloom. That's a top 30 player in the country that he is walling up and not letting go anywhere, as the officials are going to talk about it. And they'll correct it. Great start to this contest. That's Bloom and Brooks. I think Bloom's lacking it, getting to his head a little bit, but Keon will back away. This kid has seen the top competition in the country in the AAU season. That's Courtney Shorter for Southside, having a great time. And Bloom and Brooks. Nothing wrong with a little body on body. Let's play. BJ, that boy Brandon Johnson, as I mentioned, heading to St. Francis right here in town. Chad Lacroix, Lacrosse, excuse me, as that was no good. The head coach for St. Francis picking him up along with Jalen Mole. See the assistant coach Zach Welking sitting courtside, of course. Johnson with the steal and the take. Blocked from behind from Hall, but we got a foul on BJ. So Amari Hall will head to the charity stripe. He'll get 2.
Little non-tournament update for you here. At halftime, Blackhawk Christian up by 13 on Class 1A, number 1 Bar Reeve.
Blackhawk Christian, such a tremendous team in the city of Fort Wayne as well. 1A club led by head coach Mark Davidson, who did play under Lou Henson at Illinois. He's got a great club and a 1A team. They're my favorite, no doubt about it, to win that title. Brandon Johnson connects on both free throws. 2-point deficit for the number 1 squad in this tournament. Wanted to travel. Shorter. Under 2.5, great pace to this first quarter, no question. Free ball, Didier. Still can't get it going. Stevenson hangs and goes glass. Nice move from Mikhail Stevenson.
Legends have got to get on the glass. Too many second shot opportunities for Southside. A la what we saw with the girls from Southside earlier.
Boucher backing him in, kicks it Croft. Lucas Croft, through ball from the wing. Short, no good, and shorter. Just too big. Kick out Bloom. He can knock down that triple. No good. Rebound Boucher. 145. Nice steal by Shorter. Didier's alone on the wing. 3. Didier. Trajan. That's 2 of them. That's rimmed in and out on him, and a jump ball. We're going to go the opposite way to north side.
North side.
Again, thanks for joining us here today, ladies and gentlemen. None of this would be possible, of course, without our title sponsor, Parkview Sports Medicine, where it is always game on. A elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance training offers athletes coordinated care and instant access at the new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic inside the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Check it out at parkviewsportsmedicine.com. 15-11, under a minute and a half. Boucher from deep. No good, and just mistimed that jump. Did Langston Jr. And on the floor, Nate Carball. Then that's what Nate Carball does. And a timeout called by head coach Shabazz Kolig. As they want 30-second timeout. Nope, they may want a full one. Yep, it is a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one with them. SummitCitySports.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go, the same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. As we're back to the action. And the jumper up and good for Northside and Austin Boucher. Swatted. Keon Brooks Jr. with the elevation. Croft, one-touch pass, Brandon Johnson into the paint. Johnson blocked by Amari Hall. Johnson gets it back into the reverse lay-in. Is money for Brandon Johnson, and we're tied at 15 with under a minute left. 6 for Brandon Johnson. Stevenson wants Langston Jr. Instead, skip pass to Hall. That was a dangerous pass and a travel. Amari Hall traveled. And we'll go back to Northside with 32.4 left. And get the first lead here since starting 2-zip. Croft, nearing 20 seconds. Brooks, jab step, goes baseline, hangs, and the little floater from about 4 feet is pure. 17-15. Brooks now with 4. Stevenson can't get it. Amari Hall with the tip back right at the buzzer. No good, and that is the end of one. Summit City Sports. You are watching right here the 2017 Parkview Sports Medicine SAC Holiday Tournament.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go, the same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com coming to you live right here from Wayne High School. We are starting our second quarter in seconds. Beautiful start from Southside, but Northside has battled back, and now up 2 points are the Legends of Northside, the number 1 seed in this tournament. Dan Vance from the New Sentinel. Dan, what did you see there in that first half? Anything jump out at you?
Well, Courtney Shorter, very impressive. Coming out off, firing on all cylinders. We've seen Michael Stevenson. We saw a little bit more from Trajan Didier yesterday in the semifinal. DeMarque Perkins playing great. Courtney Shorter, his length, Asher Bloom, and his length and defense could be a difference. And we saw Northside in the first quarter a couple times hesitating to get to the basket, and that's when Southside was able to build a lead because Northside was settling for jumpers. Not a very Northside thing to do.
So we're back to the action. Langston can't get it. Under the pressure, head coach Foster wanted to foul there. Brooks tried to find Carball. Bloom continues his defensive ways. Stevenson wanted that back. Nice little shovel. Bloom up top of the key. No. Brooks knocks it out to Carball.
Little toss there.
Nice. Beautiful. That was beautiful.
Seeing the aggression from Brandon Johnson, much stronger than it's been lately.
Didier still can't get it going. Boucher with another board. And Miss Brooks on the feed. Nice buzz in the crowd, as there always is here in the championship game, Dan. Outstanding crowd in front of us here tonight.
Yeah, even some Northside fans thought that Boucher needed to make a better pass. That was a great pass. He just needed to do it about 3 steps earlier.
Good up fake, but couldn't finish. Langston, just a sophomore. 6'7" listed. JT Langston Jr. Brooks, and a foul. Looked like he rolled the ankle. Maybe no, we're good. Keon fell a little awkwardly there, but looks to be okay, and he'll head to the charity stripe to try to push on this 4-point lead. Brooks. First free throw is good for the superstar, top 30 player. Keon. Of course, his father on the bench as an assistant coach here at Northside High School under Shabazz Khalik. 2015, 21-15 for Keon, 6 points now. Brandon Johnson leading his club with the 8. Good look, Perkins. Langston used the rim to shield Keon, but couldn't put it in. Numbers. Good way to get back in transition from Southside. Stevenson in traffic. The lob. Langston had just missed it. Just missed it, took his eye off it. And that'll go out of bounds. .631, 21-15 is our score. Northside starting to flex their muscle mid-first quarter into this second quarter as number 3 checks in for the first time. That is Jalen Causey, the transfer from Lures. Boucher, Causey, Johnson, jab step, goes with the right hand, hangs, can't get it to go, and Keon Brooks knows exactly what to do with the putback.
Got to put a body on somebody there. A lot of people were standing around watching Brandon Johnson. 3 Southside defenders went after him. 2 Southside defenders stood and watched as Keon Brooks slammed that home.
Slammed it home as he did. Shorter, wide left on that. And that was the defensive recovery from Keon Brooks, and he is happy about that. And Southside head coach J.J. Foster wants a timeout. We'll take a little bit long with them. You are watching Indiana High School basketball from SummitCitySports.com. Their first state title ever in volleyball. And that is it.
Fort Wayne, a city of champions. Athletes making their names known. On the field.
Quick out to Craig Young. This could go the distance, ladies and gentlemen. A 64-yard pitch and catch.
and in the water.
Everybody into the pool.
This season, the competition
That's deflected in!
is getting colder.
Game tied with Spartans Paul Lee with a conference best 18 points.
Hockey is back for the 2017-2018 season. Our cameras are on the 6 city teams. Live stream games to Facebook and YouTube. Coming September 23rd, only on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back, Indiana high school basketball fans. SummitCitySports.com. Coming to you live right here from Wayne High School. Game number 18 of our 18 live game slate of this 2017 Parkview Sports Medicine SAC Holiday Basketball Tournament. Southside stays in a man-to-man to start this second quarter. For Northside, Brooks, Boucher, Causey, Croft, and Johnson. Double teamed, and Brooks fought through, couldn't get it in though. Blocked, but went in anyway.
Good move there by Bloom. You're talking a quality, underrated interior defender in Lucas Croft. And of course, Brooks coming with that swat, still gets in the bucket.
Asher Bloom, tremendous start to this contest, 23-17. Boucher fought through it. Are you kidding me? Austin Boucher powered through the contact. Fade away to Markway Perkins, beautiful. Back to a 6-point game. Johnson, what's that jab? Instead goes Brooks up top. Brooks from 18, pure bucket for Keon Brooks Jr., 8-point lead for the Legends.
Consistency, Keon's wanted that jumper all night.
Bloom, nothing, Brooks with the board. Lucas Croft, no, he knew that was no good, right off the fingertips, and then we're gonna get a foul on Causey on this far side.
It's an interesting call, but more important, we've harped on it all night, even in the girls' game with the rebounding. That shot goes up. Jalen Causey is the only white jersey down there trying to get a rebound. He's the smallest guy on the court.
That's a great observation here. Now back to the contest, 4:15, 27-19. The number 1 seeded Northside Legends on top, 27-19. Shorter and the one. Courtney Shorter is really having a tremendous game here for head coach Foster.
Shorter has bought into that idea from the first game that you have to get to the basket. He's the only Southside Archer consistently pushing to the basket. His shot was falling earlier. It stopped falling, so now he's getting in good.
So nothing going. Johnson. Brandon Johnson, he'll settle it on the wing. Little run through screen from Brooks. They were trying to set up the lob. Boucher, good look, and are they kidding me? Keon Brooks Jr. Woo! Keon showing you the athleticism. Damn, we've seen it.
DeMarque Perkins is about to hate your replay option on Twitter.
3.5 minutes left. Stevenson trying to quiet the crowd. Causey, he'll rise up from 3. No good. Rebound Shorter. Courtney Shorter. Perkins, no good. And the board for Keon. 3-10, and just missed on that. Let's go to the SummitCitySports.com replay. Keon Brooks Jr. Watch this flush on the side as the space open baseline as Boucher drove. Keon didn't stay, and what? DeMarque Perkins had no chance at that. Back to the live action. Mikhail Stevenson, top of the key, goes Langston Jr. Mikhail Stevenson, 29-21. Bloom down low. And Causey read that completely from the jump. Croft, jab step on. Bloom decides to give it up. Causey. 3-ball, Keon. It's amazing what a couple of dunks can do to a fella. 32-21. Keon now with 15 and a steal.
Quick hands there, getting to see the real Jalen Causey.
Stevenson read that. Finger roll, no good. Langston Jr. with a great follow-up. 32-23, nearing 2 minutes left in the second quarter. What a pace to this game. Croft in the corner, guarded by Bloom. Johnson, Stevenson read it again, and then a foul on Johnson. Mikhail Stevenson nearly with 2 steals back-to-back.
Charge to Brandon Johnson. That's his first team score.
Courtney Shorter. Langston Jr. will check out. Stevenson. Hangs and does get around of Keon for the bucket. Stevenson trying to take matters into his own hands. He has now 7. 32-25, it's a 7-point deficit. Brooks rises up right over Bloom, short, and just settling right there was Keon. Didier, good look to Bloom. Bloom, pump fake, bucket. Asher Bloom, so tremendous and a difference maker here for Southside.
Bloom has been really strong. He's been so impressive lately, finding his rhythm in the Southside offense.
Boucher can't get it. Keon tried for the putback. Johnson. Boucher, what a Keon. And a foul. Well, a foul that will send Brandon Johnson under the bucket to inbound this basketball. Got it. Lucas Croft.
It's smooth. It's smooth when it's going.
Very, very smooth. Has been offered by Youngstown State. Just a junior, though. Looking to pick up offers. Come get him. Along with this kid, Stevenson, back rim, no good. And Croft. Look at the athleticism right there. Johnson. Didier comes to pick him up. 35 seconds. Boucher. 7-point lead for the Legends. Boucher calls out the play. Pull up, right elbow extended, and bucket. Austin Boucher, beautiful job by the senior, 8 points now. Stevenson picked from behind. Causey's been playing great. And then Stevenson, woo! Little shake, no good. Bloom there, and the foul on Boucher. So Stevenson showing you the shake, just couldn't finish. But Asher Bloom, once again, there to save the day with South down 9, 6.2 seconds left in this second quarter. Getting ready to check in for the first time is the senior Marklin Hairston. Bloom hits the first free throw. Bloom, second attempt is good. 3 seconds, Boucher, crossover, stole. Stevenson at the buzzer, good if it goes, no good. So we'll go into the break, 36-29. Northside, the number 1 seed in this tournament, up on top by 7 against the number 3 seed, the Southside Archers. We're gonna take a break and come back with some first half analysis. You're watching the 2017 Parkview Sports Medicine SAC Holiday Basketball Tournament, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go, the same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Beautiful baby, you're sweeter than strawberry pie. Just like the morning, your smile brings the sunshine.
family birthing centers with everything you need for baby, plus birth planners, expert physicians, midwives, and more for you.
I'm a Parkview mom.
You can be too. Learn more at parkviewmom.com.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but it's broken up by Scott. He shoots, hits, scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne Hockey.
Plong with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com coming to you live. 15 points. Keon Brooks, your game leader. Courtney Shorter with 12 for Southside. 5:50 remaining here in this halftime break. Real quick here, bringing back in Dan Vance of the News Sentinel. Dan kind of, I wouldn't say not anything like what we saw at Southside. Southside is very, very ready here tonight. Asher Bloom, Courtney Shorter's having tremendous work here tonight. Stevenson and Didier still haven't got it going, but only down 7. But Keon Brooks was outstanding in that first half, Dan.
Yeah, we've talked about it a lot. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. There's games where Keon Brooks has to take over. He knows he has to take over this game if he gets too close. Anytime things start to settle in, Keon's ready to take over. Another impressive part is Brandon Johnson, who has not been the strongest lately, offensively or defensively. Looks really strong tonight. Part of that probably has to do with the confidence he has being defended by Trajan Didier, a good friend of his, and confidence to go at him. But also, Brandon Johnson's been here before. Brandon Johnson has never, ever lost an SAC Holiday Tournament game, and he's not ready to start doing that tonight.
Yeah, that's a huge statement right there. I don't know if you guys caught that. He's a senior. He has not lost an SAC Holiday Tournament game, as Northside looking to continue that streak here tonight. For Southside, pretty much, in my opinion, you just got to get continued success from Shorter and Bloom. But Didier and Stevenson are going to have to hit some of those deep threes to get the momentum rolling back here. And if they do hit some of those deep shots, this crowd will start going crazy, and they will really feed off that momentum, Dan.
Yeah, and it's also not settling for those jump shots. We saw that in the first game. You can't settle for the jump shot every time if it's not falling. Michael Stevenson did a tremendous job against Snyder, hit 6-7 threes in the first half, started shooting the ball in the second half. It wasn't falling. He found open teammates. He got to the basket well. You have to take that same idea into this. Yes, Northside's more battle-tested. Yes, they're better.
Right.
But that doesn't mean you can't have that same aggression that you had against Southside. No one has been willing to take the ball in this city at Northside yet this year. Southside needs to do that in the second half.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Dan. That's Dan Vance of the News Sentinel. Let's go to the SummitCitySports.com replay. Courtney Shorter show you one of the triples. And, of course, that SummitCitySports.com replay could be your business. Just contact us. Let us know. Didier back to Shorter. Brooks a little late coming out, and Courtney Shorter just rises up and drills on that bucket. He's having an outstanding first half, 12 points on the contest. Guys, let's go back to the SummitCitySports.com replay. Here's another one. This one, Stevenson will just back out, and if you give him 5 feet, he will rise up and knock it down. But then Keon Brooks and company started to flex their muscle out here against Southside. And it started with Keon, of course, and Austin Boucher, as we'll go back to the SummitCitySports.com replay. Maybe. Here we go. As Austin Boucher freed himself on this inbounds pass and pulled up and knocked down this jumper. If you don't come out, I mean, look at the space there. I think my boy Dan Vance could have hit that jumper from the baseline. I know Justin Kinney couldn't have, but my boy Dan could have, no doubt. As let's see what else we got here in store for you. As we're nearing 2 minutes left in this halftime break. You see Asher Bloom with the jumper there as they are getting set. Let's go to that SummitCitySports.com replay and let this play out in its entirety for you to see. Hesitation dribble, flared it out to Boucher, baseline, he replaces. That one Causey just happened to pick up. Now Johnson hangs, can't get it, and there is the flush from Keon Brooks Jr. The kid eye level with the rim nearly, and hammers that one home from our SummitCitySports.com replay. See if we can get that look of the two-handed flush on the baseline. As we'll go to that SummitCitySports.com replay. That's a little three-man game here on the wing. They go back up top, Causey, near side, Boucher. That's where the overplay from Stevenson, and that opened everything up. Maybe a travel, but I do not care. That right-handed jam was tremendous, to say the least, for Keon Brooks Jr. Let's take one more. Well, we'll just stay here as we're seconds away. Of course, at Parkview Sports Medicine, it is game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance training offers athletes coordinated care and instant access at the new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic inside the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Also, ParkviewSportsMedicine.com is the new go-to for local sports with scores and highlights for all area schools. Parkview Sports Medicine wants to celebrate the accomplishments of athletes on and off the field. Of course, you can also make Parkview Sports Medicine part of your team. Give them a call at 266-4007 or log on to ParkviewSportsMedicine.com. And of course, Big Eyed Fish supports Fort Wayne area athletics and has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Their original location is located at historic 1502 North Well Street, as we are about set for the third quarter, and we are back to the action. Big Eyed Fish, of course, you can find out more at originalbigeyedfish.com and bigeyedfishexpress.com. Also like their Facebook page. Come enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne. And Keon Brooks with the two-handed lay-in.
crucial mistake there. Michael Stevenson wanted a hook called on Austin Boucher, so he stopped playing defense to ask the referee for the hook call and left this a 5-on-4 game.
That won't fly there. 38-29.
Nice
and the jumper.
Little baby jumper there from Perkins.
DeMarque Perkins gets it going a little bit there with the baby jumper. 7:10 left in this third quarter. Brandon Johnson hangs and hits. Brandon Johnson, outstanding play by the senior. So back to a 9-point lead for the Legends, under 7 minutes. Winner of this is your champion. Shorter with the board. Perkins, 2. Rebound, Stevenson, left it to Shorter. Uh-oh. Didier way off on that one. Shorter with another rebound.
Chance.
Goes right back out to the wing and drains it. Courtney Shorter gets the offensive rebound twice and then pulls it back out, says, I'll do it myself.
Rebounding seems like such a basic principle to me, and we've seen a lot of guys just trying to out-jump each other in this tournament. The same on the girls' side.
Yep. We saw that consistently with Denise Chapman down low with Carol, just trying to out-jump her when you got to push her off the block. Well, we got Stevenson. He'll get hit, and he will head to the line to shoot a pair. 40-34 is the score. Carball with the foul, his second, team's first.
Shooting 2, Michael Stevenson.
Mikhail Stevenson.
Another thing and another reason we talked about Southside need to attack the basket here. Do not have North in foul trouble. This bench has been one player deep. We haven't seen Elijah Long, who scored 15 points in the first half of the first meeting between those two teams. They're not going deep down this bench tonight, and Southside's not trying to get Northside into any kind of foul trouble.
So 5-point deficit, 8 points now for Stevenson, 1 of 2 from that trip. They wanted Boucher or Croft. Now Croft on the wing, got it. Lucas Croft, what a good sign for head coach Shabazz Khalik as Lucas Croft drains the triple. Croft now with 8 points. Johnson in the passing lane. Boom! Keon Brooks takes it easy on the rim that time. 10-point lead. Keon Brooks Jr. with 19.
Instant offense triggered by great defense. Lucas Croft down there on Asher Blum, and then Brandon Johnson. Strong defensive effort.
And we got a foul. We do on the floor, I believe, is the call on Johnson.
Did on that pump fake.
Johnson, that's his second foul, team foul number 2.
Pump fake, one of the least used weapons in an offensive player that you see, but I'm telling you what, it's one of the better ones. Stevenson, great screen from Bloom, just short. Brooks with the board. Johnson, 18-foot jumper, no good. Carball, beautiful. Nate Carball, offensive rebound and putback.
We talked about it yesterday. He's so unassuming, but he does all these little intangible things that add up.
5 minutes left in the quarter. Shorter. Can't get that one to go. Good box out by Boucher. No good, but there was.
Good dump
Johnson.
off. Good dump off by Boucher to Croft there. Couldn't finish, but Brandon Johnson right
and
there.
And a timeout. They needed it, Dan. Head coach J.J. Foster needs the TO. We'll take it with them. You're watching Indiana High School basketball. SummitCitySports.com.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Head down. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com. 4.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Stevenson. Nice drive by Perkins. And he is fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Foul charged to Lucas Croft. That's his first, team's third. And the line for the Archers.
Any Blackhawk Christian fans watching the game right now, 2.5 minutes to go. Blackhawk Christian up 16 on the number 1 team in Class 1A.
Making a statement there. Head coach Mark Davidson. They are loaded. Caleb First, one of the top freshmen in the country. Mark Davidson, the head coach there, outstanding young head coach. Of course, Jalen Mole, the point guard. Drake Thompson, Jared Hofer.
You can name them for days. They go deep.
Sasmanhausen, Davidson, Donaldson. Yeah, they got an outstanding team in only Class 1A. They're absolutely loaded. Keon, look at that jump stop. And just slithered into the paint. Beautiful move by the top 30 player in the junior class, 51-36. Keon now with 21. Trajan from deep, and he needs to get going, Dan, if Southside's going to have a chance to climb back into this contest. Trajan Didier. Johnson, he'll bring it up over the timeline. 3:40, 12-point game. And what we got out of bounds, we'll go back north side. Stevenson, he needs to get going as well. 8 points for the talented junior. Here's Perkins. Good look to Bloom. The double team comes right back to Perkins. Stevenson, just bad spacing on this possession. Stevenson, though, making something out of nothing. Perkins there for the putback, and good. DeMarque Perkins. Stevenson, good steal. Cutting to this 10-point lead. Didier, lay in. Under 3 minutes, back to a single-digit lead for Northside. It is 8.
See Northside build this lead up a couple times and make a couple of little silly errors passing the ball.
Boucher, and he is fouled by Didier. Good hard foul by Didier. Don't want to give up a 3-point play there. No harm. 2:40 left. That's just the second team foul on Southside here in the second half, and the second on Trajan. Check it, that was just the first team foul of the half. 3 team fouls for Northside. Boucher, outstanding free throw shooter in the low 80s. Puts it back to a 9-point game. Boucher has 9 points himself.
Shocked he didn't miss that one after you called him outstanding free throw.
I think it's the first time it's happened, Dan, all week where we said that and they didn't miss. So Didier, 10-point game, 2.5. Didier has Bloom. Ooh, had Bloom with Croft on his back. Couldn't get it to him. Boucher, hesitation. Perkins. And Boucher says, don't call the foul. That's fine. I'll rise up and knock down the 17-foot jumper. Boucher with 12. Bloom. Three ball, no good. Stevenson does get the putback up and good. Mikhail Stevenson now with 10. And that's the deficit. Under 2 minutes left in this third quarter. SummitCitySports.com, of course, bringing this live broadcast. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. A little ball show, a little fadeaway, and nothing but net for Austin Boucher. Back to that 12-point lead. And a steal. Johnson, crossover, tripped up a little bit. Outside Croft, 3 ball, no. Rebound Perkins, that would have been huge. Stevenson now, crossover.
Smart move by Brandon Johnson there, switching off with Croft so Johnson can get back on Stevenson.
Harbaugh just hounding Didier. 3-ball shorter. He's liking that wing 3 here tonight, and over the back for Perkins will be the call. Second team foul on Southside, and that will be his third, I do believe.
Don't know that I've ever seen Austin Boucher rise up that high to get a rebound. With all the secondary storylines here, I don't know that anybody in this gym wants to win this game more than Austin Boucher.
There is no question about it. Obviously, as we mentioned in the opener, did start his high school career there at Southside under head coach Mike Novell. Transferred to Northside after his sophomore year, denied eligibility, so moved out to prep school out east, came back to finish his senior year and high school career here under head coach Shabazz Khalik. And trying to blossom. He does have an offer from Air Force. Boucher, there he is up top. Croft, tough catch. Boucher, hello! Austin Boucher says, I don't care if you're contacting me or not, I'm hitting the 3-ball. Boucher starting to feel it a little bit. 15-point lead.
Good back cut there by Shorter.
That was beautiful from Shorter. Under 30 seconds. 26 seconds. 17 points for Shorter. 21 for Brooks. 17 for Boucher. Right now, Shorter needs more help on the offensive end. And who would have thought we'd say that here in this season, early in this season, I should say. Johnson up top, under 20 seconds. Causey. Brooks wants the ball with 10 seconds. You got to get Brooks a touch. There you go. He'll pop out. Didn't settle, and ball knocked away by Langston. Didier in traffic, stole by Causey and throws it up. And if that would have went in, that would have been insane. SummitCitySports.com.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Start of our fourth quarter. Shorter attacked the basket, kicks out Bloom, no good. Boucher boarding. Good look to Lucas Croft for the right-handed lay-in. Biggest lead for Northside, back to 15.
Now 4 legends in double-figure scoring.
That is absolutely tremendous against this Southside defense on the way it's been playing. Perkins, blocked by Croft. Didier. And Perkins thought that was for Langston and let it go for him, and that's another turnover.
I'm going to call that one unforced, but at the same time, that Northside defense on Trajan Didier kind of forced him to do something with it.
Absolutely. Brandon Johnson.
Jalen Ball named the tournament MVP at that North Davies tournament. Blackhawk Christian 20-point winners over Bar Reeve.
That is not a surprise. The University of St. Francis commit. Brooks, turn around. Yeah, he was contacted on that turnaround. He'll head back to the line. That is his 4th personal foul on Perkins and the 3rd on the Archers as a team. 7:02 remaining. in this championship game. This is game number 18 of this tournament, the final game. SummitCitySports.com has been live for every single contest from Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. We are so happy to be able to bring you this live coverage of the SAC, the beloved conference here in the state of Indiana, or in the city of Fort Wayne, Indiana, the Summit City, home of SummitCitySports.com. 17-point edge. Can't get it, Stevenson. Croft comes down with the rebound. Free ball, Boucher. Good. Austin Boucher from the baseline, and it's a 20-point game. Boucher with 20 himself. Stevenson, little floater, fadeaway, good. Mikhail Stevenson for 2. Croft, good catch. Another one, same spot, back to back for Austin Boucher, and the kid is on fire. 21-point lead. Shorter on the baseline, dribble drive, no good. And he'll head back to the line. Will Courtney Shorter. So under 6 minutes left. Trajan Didier was 17 points, and Shorter, the team leader, the team leader was 17 as Courtney Shorter. Make it 19. (70-50), 20-point lead. Brooks, and that is another foul. That'll send Keon to the line to shoot 2 more free throws.
Charge to JT Langston, his second foul.
That foul is on Langston Jr.
At the line, shooting 2 is Brooks.
That is good for Keon. 21-point lead. Brooks, 22 points is the lead. And he has 24 on the game. Shorter, right elbow, jumper from the pull-up, no good, Causey boards.
It's very interesting. This gym is clearly divided on the north side and the south side. The south side that we're facing right now is quiet.
Very
it's
quiet.
Just dead over there right now.
No good, rebound, Shorter. That's good from Stevenson. 3 ball. Stevenson now with 15. Still down 19, 72-53, 5 minutes. Causey, triple, no good. Boucher knocked it out beautifully. Same spot, he's hit 2 right there. No good on that one. Langston Jr. rebounds, hands to Stevenson. Shorter just over the length of Brooks, but he didn't get a piece. But he bothered it, no doubt. So 23, or Keon Brooks there with the rebound. And a timeout called by head coach Shabazz Khalik. Just as Keon hammered it home, but it came first. Keon not happy about that at all. 4.5 minutes left. We'll take a break. SummitCitySports.com.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, We did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com replay. Watch this Keon Brooks. It did not count because Shabazz Khalid got a timeout, but watch the blow-by on the crossover, and then boom.
The extension.
That is wonderful extension, and then he was so disappointed that it didn't count. But Northside in control, up 19. That was knocked away, no over and back. Flare out to Lucas Croft, 3-ball. Lucas Croft filling it up. Now with 10. Make it 13. Yeah, 13 points on that 3. Shorter. No good. And Johnson comes down with the rebound over the back call on Shorter.
Brooks now with 25 points, 11 rebounds. Austin Boucher, 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists.
Tremendous. Johnson. We are midway through this last quarter of this championship game. Live from SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Lucas Croft with the take and the finger roll. 13, make it 15 points, and right back for Langston. He hits the bucket. And 10-second violation. And Asher Bloom's going to check in for Amari Hall for Southside.
You know, Southside has definitely made some gains since the first meeting between these two teams. My new Sentinel colleague, Justin Kinney, and I talked before this game, though. Was it 25 points worth of gains?
Yeah, there's no doubt.
And I think they've made better gains than even what the score would indicate, but the gap is still pretty wide.
Yeah, I think we definitely, Northside's definitely proven the point in that. There was a lot of talk after yesterday's games, last night, I'm sure, around the area in the city. And that was blocked by Langston, but the body is, you know what, Southside, they could beat Northside tonight. They could beat Northside. I heard it a lot, but Northside, I'm sure they heard it as well, and they came out and made a statement.
Yeah, I think there were one of two ways this game was going to go. It was going to be a very, very close nail-biter, and not necessarily say unity, but the comfort level of the Southside team playing together for so long, most of them, would win out in a close game, or Northside was going to do this. And it could have gone either one of two ways, and Northside's athleticism is just on another level. And when you got your scoring line that says 25-25, 15-12, it's tough to stop that.
There is no doubt. 79-57. We're at 3 minutes. Of course, big shutout, a big-eyed fish, as that's a 5-second violation on Causey.
Not a lot of people know how strong Causey's going to be. Injured to start this season, taking a little time to work back into game shape. But, man, he's so quick. His hands are lightning quick. He's going to be an elite-level defender for this team for the next couple of years.
There is no question about that. That is kind of the spark that's missing. Hangs, can't get it to go. Stevenson comes out with it. Stevenson crossover. Jump stop, no good. Boucher tried for the board, and that's out of bounds. I think we'll stay at that end. We will.
When you talk about that spark that's missing, with Northside defenders, you lose Devontae Kinney after last year, who was that guy, but you knew you had Brandon Johnson. It helps Northside so much going into the future to know you have Jalen Causey.
Yeah, that is tremendous piece of comfort level there for head coach Shabazz Khalid. No doubt about that, as he's got tremendous talent. Jordan Moore, freshman, as Shorter hits another 3-ball, but just a little bit too late here as he's got 21. But what a great game from Courtney Shorter. Southside needed it, just didn't get a whole lot. Asher Bloom did help out, had 6 points there, but that all came in the first half. And Didier, Stevenson with 17 as Boucher heads right to the cup once again. He's got 27. And Stevenson up, fouled. So Stevenson will head back to the line. And head coach Shabazz Kalik wants to talk to Shabazz, or to Austin Boucher.
Stevenson at the line, shooting 2.
Thank you for joining us all week, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com coming to you live all week long. In part thanks to our title sponsor, Parkview Sports Medicine. Make sure you check them out, parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Check out their new ortho clinic. Walk-ins are welcome. No appointments necessary, as Stevenson will check out 81-62.
You know, I've seen a lot of holiday tournaments, and especially in this run of Northside, and winning 5 straight. I don't know that I've ever seen the gym exit this with this much time left in the fourth quarter, but it's a mass exodus.
Well, especially with Keon Brooks still on the floor. I'm telling you, he could throw one down, and you'll hear a lot of unhappy people. Luckily, they'll get to see a replay tonight on it if it happens, but I'm always hesitant to leave games early with the talent on the floor like we have right now.
And, Northside's, in this 5-game, assuming that this big lead holds, this 20-point lead holds, and starting to send in some of the bench subs, Coleon Davis had it in, it will. First time it's really been comfortable. Year 1 of that takes a 3 at the buzzer by Usha Mitchell to beat Snyder. Year 2, it's a putback at the buzzer by Juwan Starks to beat Snyder. Year 3, down to the wire with Jacob Redding of Carroll stepping over the free throw line. A big play there that year that happened there.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
And even last year, it was a little comfortable against Homestead, but not like this. This is the biggest margin of victory in these 5 straight SAC tournament titles, which no one has ever done.
Yeah, that's just tremendous work here from Northside here this evening in this championship game. 83-62 is our score. Didier tried a little shovel pass to Langston. That's out of bounds. 83-62. And here comes the youth for Northside as their fans give them a beautiful standing ovation as they will get 5 in a row here in the Summit Athletic Conference Holiday Tournament. Jordan Moore, Andrew Croft in. Coleon Davis, the transfer from Horizon Christian, and that's what he does. He drains triples. Coleon Davis, and the steal by Andrew Croft. This kid can dunk it on you too. Up and spins it in. What a great feeling for the freshman. Outstanding work.
2 really good freshmen on the floor right now. You're going to hear a lot from them the next couple of years. You have Andrew Croft, and then number 11 in green, Austin Jordan, younger brother of Justin Jordan, former Northside standout, went on to play at St. Louis and with the Fort Wayne Mastodons as well. Austin's been a high-level talent since he was very young. It's really exciting to see him on a high school court now.
Yeah, about time. I know a lot of folks are saying. But Austin Boucher and Keon taking over in that second half. Free ball, another one for Davis. No good. Rebound for Langston. No good. 88-62. And that should about do it here. 35 seconds. But congratulations, 5 straight for Shabazz Kalik and the Northside Legends. What a squad they have. Andrew Croft from the parking lot, no good. That kid's a talent as well. Down low, blocked by Mike Scott. And the lay-in from number 14, Jalen Lockett, the senior. Outstanding football player, and they get 90 here for Northside. Dan, what a win. 5 straight for the Northside Legends, defeating Southside twice in a matter of a couple weeks. What did you see the difference was here tonight in this huge win for Northside?
Northside's willing in this to get to the basket. We saw in the first half yesterday, they hesitated, they laid back, maybe thought that they would be a little bit easier. Halftime, Coach Shabazz Kalik made the adjustments he had to make, and it carried them over into tonight. don't rest on your laurels. 25-point win earlier this year means nothing. Your 4 previous tournament titles mean nothing. You have to come out and give your all. We saw a really high-level Northside team playing among their best tonight.
There is no doubt about that. SAC Holiday Tournament brought to you by Parkview Sports Medicine, SummitCitySports.com. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. What a tournament we had in front of us all week long. 18 games are in the books, and thanks for joining us. We're going to head down for some interviews.
Southside team, please come to the scorer's table. A representative from the Southside boys team.
Chuck.
At this time, we'd like to congratulate the Northside Legends on winning the 2017 Parkview Sports Medicine Summit Athletic Conference Holiday Tournament. Please welcome Candace Duncan from Parkview Sports Medicine and Principal of Wayne High School Don Hessler, as they will pass along the championship medals. As we call your name, please make your way to the center court to receive your medal. Brooks Jr. Brandon Johnson. Austin Moucher. Nate Carball. Lucas Croft. Jalen Causey. Elijah Long.
I can do what I can do.
Kalen DeMarose. Jalen Lockett. Mike Scott. Jordan Moore. Shabazz Khalid. Trey Greer. Gradell Key. Keon Brooks Sr. Jackson. And Austin Pace. Once again, congratulations to the 2017 Parkview Sports Medicine Summit Athletic Conference Holiday Tournament Champions.
Right here, Keon. Check. Check. Sitting here with Keon Brooks, junior for Northside. Outstanding game for you personally here. It seems like the two previous games you cut back a little bit, tried to let the other teammates get more involved. Tonight you really forced your effort onto this game. Was that an effort going into the contest?
Oh yeah, of course. I want to come out and let them feel like I wasn't being aggressive or not putting pressure on the defense. So I came out tonight. They started to focus on me a lot. And then my other teammates got to go on as well. So I just feel like collectively we played a good team game.
Yeah, there's no question. You got tons of help from both Croft and Boucher. Brandon Johnson had a nice game as well. Causey came up big for you guys. Talk about how good Jalen Causey can be for you guys.
He can be very good. You know, he's still kind of coming back from an injury a little bit, but every day he's getting better. He's putting in the extra work to come out and get himself back in shape, get his legs back under him, and he came out and had a great game tonight.
We talked about many times working on the consistency with the jump shot. It seems like that's coming along nicely. How much work, let the folks know how much work it takes to get that jumper right.
It takes work every day, you know, getting in extra shots after practice, coming in before school sometimes, they're really just having confidence in, I think sometimes my confidence used to waver on my jump shot. Now I have the utmost faith in it. I feel like I can get it off anytime. Anytime I release it, it's going to go down.
Now, the SAC Holiday Tournament's just got a different atmosphere. You know this. Everyone knows this. You were not the first Northside guy to lose a championship. You guys got 5 in a row now. How much does that mean to Keon to not let this streak go?
It means the world. Just before the game, I was texting Jalen. He's telling me, go out and carry the tradition. He's going to be watching live, He just told me to go out and just make an impact and make sure my impact is felt on the game.
Well, congratulations, Keon. Outstanding win, outstanding game. Last question for you, just a little off the cuff. How mad were you at Coach Shabazz on that? That was coast to coast, one dribble there, and just hammered it. Looked over at Shabazz like, huh? What did you say anything to him at halftime or anything?
I'm like, come on, Coach, why? But, we still got a bucket out of it coming out of the timeout, so I wasn't really mad. It was just like, come on, Coach. Yeah, it was a little fun.
Well, that's Keon Brooks, Jr., top 30 player in the country in the junior class. Congratulations, Keon. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Here's Brandon Johnson, the 4-time champ of the Summit Athletic Conference Holiday Tournament. Brandon, how does it feel, my man?
It's a pleasure. Everybody want to win the holiday tournament, and I was lucky enough to win 4, so I feel good.
Now, we call you Mr. Intangible, the X Factor. Once again, doing it here tonight. Always guarding the toughest scorer on the other team. Head coach Shabazz Khalid, how much confidence does he let you know he has in your defensive ability?
He has a lot, actually. He think I can guard anybody, and I think I can too. And that's what I bring into the table, because I want to win.
Shots started falling a little bit finally, been a little streaky over the past week or so. Does it feel like it's starting to get back into Brandon Johnson's way?
Yeah, we played down in Indy. I played bad, and we come back down here. I kind of played good these last 2 games, so I think I'm getting back in the groove. We feel good.
Let me know about Keon. How important, obviously, top 30 player, he's tremendous. But I want to know about locker room stuff, off the court stuff. How important is he to your guys' overall success on that aspect?
We got a lot of new guys, so like me and him are the 2 that came back that played a bulk of minutes last year, so that was experience. So we need him in the locker room to bring us together. And he a great kid, friendly, humble. He's a good kid.
Last question for you. You're committed to St. Francis to be a Coug. How excited are you about that step in the future? Obviously, we're not going to skip past this year. You're still looking for the title. We get that. But I'm just curious, how excited are you to play in front of your hometown, still here, and going to St. Francis?
All I wanted to do was play college ball, and I got an opportunity. And I was thinking about it ever since I got the offer. I can't wait, but got to take it step by step. I'm excited, though.
That's the X Factor, Brandon Johnson. Congratulations, Brandon. A 4-year winner, hasn't lost a game in this tournament, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Here's Nate Carball, another 4-year guy, and lost a game in the SAC Holiday Tournament. Rob, you just do all the intangible stuff for your team. Rebounds, loose balls, whatever it takes. How much pride do you take in that?
Well, I take a lot of pride. I just want to win games, I'm just going to come out, do my job, work hard, and I'm going to do my job.
How much confidence does Shabazz Khalid got to have in you to play with this outstanding starting 5, and you're part of that starting 5 on a contender in the state title? That's got to be exciting for you personally.
Yeah, he has a lot of confidence in me because, I do the little things, so he likes that. So he's going to trust me.
Yeah, and you do all the things that don't get in the stats, and that's what we love to see. Great game. Love to see that put back over there and get some points here in the SAC Holiday Tournament. Congratulations on a great 4-year career.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Try to get Lucas Croft an awesome voucher for you. Lucas. Yep, Lucas Croft here setting the junior outstanding game here, Lucas. You really broke out in this tournament. Loved seeing it. How does it feel to finally get a little bit off that back and realize, hey, let these people know this is how I can really play?
It's really good because I've just been in a slump all season, and so this tournament really opened my game up and just let me play me.
Now, you're not one of the class that broke the streak of the straight SAC titles. That's got to mean a lot to you guys.
Yeah, it does.
What is there any special meaning? You get hassled by any of the classmen that have left? I know Keon does and stuff. Do they pass any of that information, like from Jalen Butts or anything that they talk about?
No, Bob just told us that we needed to get this one for our fifth. So
that's what it's all about. Baz letting you guys know. Your 3 game, outstanding tonight. Baseline dribble drive. I want to know, when you see that opening baseline, is it like the best thing you've ever seen in your life? Because you attack the rim on that baseline like no other place on the floor, which is awesome to see.
Yeah, like when I see the baseline open, I'm just thinking dunk. So I attack the rim as hard as I can.
Last question here for you. You got your little brother, a freshman, on the team. You guys both transferred over here. Well, he wasn't in high school yet. You transferred Blackhawk Christian to the SAC and Northside. How tremendous was this atmosphere this week, playing in front of this crowd here in the Summit City?
It was probably one of the greatest experiences I've had with the basketball thing. So, yeah, it's a lot different than last year and what we played in.
Congratulations, Lucas. Outstanding tournament. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Find awesome voucher for you. Standing here with the 5-time SAC champ, right back to back. How tremendous does that feel? That's a statement right there, 5 straight.
Yeah, it feels good, especially for the guys who never had the opportunity to experience it, and get those guys an opportunity to have that experience and enjoy it. It's a precious thing. It's there's a lot of tradition here, a lot of history with the SAC Holiday Tournament, and we want to keep it going and continue to do so. And our guys knew that they were playing for the guys that came before them. They didn't want to be the team that lost it. So a lot of pride with that as well, and that speaks volumes about our program and what we want our kids to buy into.
Yeah, Keon mentioned he's been talking to Jalen Butts, and Jalen making sure he recognized what was in store here and what it meant. Finally, you got a kind of a complete game here a little bit. I'm sure you as a coach, you want to work on some things, but a lot of guys went off on one game finally. You didn't have 1 or 2 players that only got off. How much did that mean tonight against this Southside team that was really clicking last night?
Well, it's great for tonight, but it's encouraging for the future. We're learning how to play with each other. I feel like we're about 60% of where we want to be. People focus on who left last year in terms of personnel, but chemistry walked out the door, and you don't replace that overnight. I can't force these guys to be friends. They have to figure that out on their own, and they're starting to do that, starting to enjoy playing with each other, holding each other accountable, having fun with one another, sharing the basketball. If we continue to go on that path, by February we'll be where we want to be, and we continue to execute and learn how to do things. Last year's group, they did a great job of executing. They did a great job of finding each other. The plays we drew up, they executed. We got the shots that we wanted. This group, it's learning those things. Guys that aren't used to setting screens, having to set screens. They're used to receiving screens. So it's going to take some time, but I think we're going in the right direction.
Well, that is definitely encouraging. I can't wait for what the rest of the season has in store. Great tournament tonight, Coach, this week. It was awesome to watch your guys' team play. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, I appreciate it. And again, you guys do a great job, and it's very appreciative, especially when weather's like this, that people can stay at home and watch the game. That's special.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Shabazz Khalik, head coach Northside. we'll get Austin Boucher here in a minute. Standing here with Austin Boucher. Austin, great game as a team. You guys really came out, and it looks like you guys are starting to figure out things a little bit. Is that kind of where the feeling that you have?
Oh, definitely. Lucas came out that first game hot. We fed it, and it just continued. I was hot these last 2 games, and they were able to find me, and Keon was Keon. Can't really stop him. So, we were able to find the hot hand, whether it was me or Lucas's tournament, and I think that really helped us grow as a team.
Mikhail Stevenson has been a problem all tournament long for every club. It looks like he didn't get going. That was because you guys were paying a lot of attention, closing out on him pretty quickly. Was that the game plan going in on him?
Yeah, we knew Brandon was going to work hard and, do his thing. Brandon's one of the best defenders in the city, and, he really did a good job tonight guarding him.
I want to go back to a couple of moves. One of them on the baseline, that ball fake, that ball show, and then going to the fadeaway. How do you feel after that with the oohs and ahs of the crowd? You're back in Fort Wayne finally, and it got nice in here. Yeah,
it felt good being able to hit that. That's probably one of the shots that I maybe shouldn't have taken, but, I was hot and I was feeling it, so I went ahead and took it. It felt good to see it go in, like in the first half when I had that.
Yeah, and you also had another fadeaway there shortly after on the dribble drive, then came back on the top of the key and nailed that 3 ball, and it looked like you got fouled on that. Was there any contact there?
It was after the shot, but didn't get called, so it didn't happen.
That's a great way to explain it right there. Last question for you, Austin. I asked all the other guys how important it was to you personally not to be the class that loses in the SAC Holiday Tournament for the guys that came before you. How important is it for you personally?
It's very important, especially being able to come back and play Southside again. And prove that it wasn't just a fluke that first night when we played. And, it felt really good to win for my teammates, too, seeing that they hadn't lost any games in this tournament, So I really wanted to make sure that that happened, and they were able to graduate without losing.
Well, you definitely did that and helped that cause tremendously. Great game tonight, Austin. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's it here from SummitCitySports.com. Thanks for joining us for all 18 games. Outstanding coverage. Thanks to Jeff Mahoney, Balin Height, Dan Vance, Justin Kenny. I am Tim Atkinson. Thanks again, and we will be back next year better than ever for the SAC Holiday Tournament, the 2018 version. Till then, we'll see you next time.